welcome to Y2K, a postmodern RPG. For those unaware, this is I don't know if you want to call it quite a retro-style RPG exactly, but this was released on January 17th. This is the second game made by YIIK Studios that I know of, their first one being Two Brothers. Regrettably, if you wanted to look that up on a digital store, it's been removed due to being a buggy mess. So, I'm hoping this one has less technical problems, and we'll see. But with this one out of the way, they're supposed to go back to Two Brothers and release Chromophore, which is supposed to be a fixed remake. Otherwise, for this game, it has been in development for a long time, and the devs kind of went quiet on everything about a year ago, so I didn't know how far along development was, and well, last month they released the date with no advance warning really, and here we are. So I'm starting this a little bit late, but hopefully you guys don't mind. Upload schedule for this is going to be weekdays. Weekends will probably not be possible, and depending on various things, we'll go from there. So without keeping you guys waiting any further, we'll go into new game. So I will warn you, I've read reviews. I know this game is supposed to kind of fall apart in the last third on its current build. I don't know if that's going to get fixed or not. Just be aware that it has some problems, yes. So they have everything set up to a PlayStation controller, but I'm playing with an Xbox One. So, let's see. Yeah, those aren't right. Good. Hello there. Welcome to the wonderful world of Y2K. That said, Y2K, in case you're confused by the font choice in the logo. Developers thought it'd be a cool idea to make a 2 a Roman numeral for some reason. Grab your tinfoil hat and prepare your eyes. They are about to be opened wider than you could have ever thought possible. This is going to be a wild ride. I'm going to ask you a few questions if that's alright. Would you please pick a favorite color theme? Okay, so that was blue. Here we go. Classic gunmetal gray. Great choice. What is the name that your parents gave you? Don't lie now. This is super serious. Well, they told me not to lie, and heroes are not allowed to lie. And in case you're wondering, yes, that is a lie. Hero. Is this name okay? Close enough. Beautiful name. Wow, I wish I had a cool name like that. Your parents must have been super hip cats to come up with a name like that. My parents named me Marlene. Can you believe that? Yuck. Anyway, back to the questionnaire. Which of these do you identify with? I don't know why this matters, because we're supposed to be playing as Alex, who's a guy, but sure, we'll go with this. Is this correct? Close enough. Great. A few more questions and we'll be on our way. First things first, these are questions about real people in your IRL life. So do your best to answer truthfully, as it'll hurt my feelings if you lie to me. And I've had enough of that. But you already know about that, don't you? So name real people, be honest, and give thoughtful responses. First question, what's the name of the coolest girl you know? So if you've seen Always Sometimes Monsters, you might have seen this one coming. Heroine. Is this name okay? Close enough. What about a friend who is smarter than you? Would never draw attention to that fact. You probably see this one coming too. Sidekick. Is this name okay? And yes, because Alfred is taken. Name a friend who is the polar opposite of you. Damn it. Villain. Is this name okay? Otherwise, it'd have to be Pennington. You'd only get that one if you've seen Crystalline, the early access run. What about the nerdiest guy you know, who would go on and on and on about stupid things like video games, anime, comic books, and crap like that? Right then. I'm just kidding. I'm running out of names, regrettably. So, you know what? We'll go with another name here. Oracle. Is this name okay? Name a friend who's always there to talk to you when you're feeling down about yourself. The kind who understands existential quandaries. The kind who knows what it's like to face crippling student debt. Knows what it's like to not be anywhere near as attractive as you'd like to be. And can always make you feel better when you realize you're a complete waste of life in the middle of the night. Okay, we'll do it this time. We'll stick with the whole Batman motif. Alfred. Is this name okay? Close enough. Lastly, what is your favorite piece of technology? So let me feel a connection to. Piece of technology close to my heart. So, the question is, do I want to do the whole utility belt thing real quick? Router, camera, joystick, flight stick, dev kit, bit switch, water filter, headphones, earbuds, USB-C, 3.0, console, camera, damn. As you can imagine, I was not prepared for all of this. I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long, so... Something you can use to read comics, that's technology-wise. I'm not trying to give a specific brand, but something along the lines of an e-reader. E-reader. Is this name okay? Hopefully I don't have to tell you guys what the E stands for. I know we went back in time about 20 years, but damn. I feel like I know so much about you. I can tell we're going to get along famously. Now, pretend I didn't ask you any of this. Play along now. April 4th, 1999. So at this point in time, Kamui is fighting his other Kamui for the fate of the Earth. Prince is writing a song. Chapter 1, A Wild Cat Chase. Bill Clinton is on his way out of office. But as you can see, the game itself has a fairly unique aesthetic. Frankton.
On April 4th, 1999, I arrived home from school. I had just graduated. It took a few semesters longer than I originally planned, but I was proud to be done. I had no idea what adult life held for me, but I was optimistic.
Going to the movies with my son. Really got a good feeling about this one. I want to talk to the brat, not you. Dad's really excited for this movie. It's just nice spending time together. No kid talks like that. What will you do? Would you like to save your data? That's why I'm here. Call again anytime. Can't really trample the flowers, regrettably. Alex looked inside the trash can. Obtained a fountain soda. Oh, it's you. No, I'm not disappointed. It's just, I thought you were pizza. Come back if you decide me to bring it. Come back if you decide to bring me a slice of deep dish pizza. No, we can't steal his AC, apparently. This is mine now. This is also not rolling. Have you visited the pawn shop yet? Daddy says it was stupid to build a pawn shop here. With this great economy, no one is desperate enough to need it. What's an economy? No. You don't just walk into people's houses. Do you think this is some kind of video game? Loot. Alex looked inside the trash can. $9.83. Alex looked inside of the chest. 2 lemonades. So keep in mind, $9 is actually quite a bit of money back then. You could actually live off of minimum wage almost. So unfortunately there is no map feature in the game, at least not as of yet. That may get fixed in a future build. As such, I can't quite tell where all I can and can't go. So it looks like we can save at any payphone. I have 2 sisters. One lives in Frankton, the other lives in Windtown. We don't talk to the one who lives in Windtown because she has a real attitude problem. Windtown, I imagine, being Chicago. 1,000. 2 1,000. Want a ball? Too bad. This town is so rich and beautiful. Nothing can ever go wrong here. We know what works. Freedom works. We know what's right. Freedom is right. The best social program is a good job. Remember that when you vote this fall. This plant looks suspiciously like the Easter Island head. Sure could use a haircut. If only we knew a barber. Loot! Alex looked inside the trash can. $7.82, almost minimum wage. Federal minimum wage, in case you're wondering. Oh, are you finally here to chop down my tree? Huh? I thought you were a lumberjack. Didn't realize we had anyone visiting from Seattle. Say hi to Nirvana for me. Any of these jokes landing? Okay, I'll keep trying. Yeah, so we have to find a way to unravel that. I should stop home first. That could be anyone's home, to be fair. Besides, how many of you have a sign on your front yard that says home in huge lettering? That's what I thought. My daughter is an honor student. My son is a Marine. My husband is unemployed. And I'm addicted to caffeine. Well, at least she's honest. You can't really fault her for that one. I'm writing a song. I've only got a few lines, but I think it's pretty fat. Sunscreen geishas gonna burn, burn, burn. When will rivers Cuomo learn, learn, learn? Something like that. Something, something, yearn. 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 That's all I have so far. It's not done. So some of the names of the characters of these devs are consistent, are from people who helped with the game. I do not believe this was kickstarted, but like the journalists and stuff would sometimes get a character named in reference to them, or in thanks, perhaps? My husband parked here before going on a business trip. I'd moved the car, but he took the keys with him. I'm not even gonna tell you that story back then. If you're wondering why I went quiet, I'm just having some flashbacks. Hey, ain't you that Eggleston kid that lives up on top of the hill? Tell your sister I said hey. The home of Mr. and Mrs. K. No solicitation. Hey, would you like to buy... Oh, it's so nice of you to come visit me, dear. Tell me, what's the 411? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, your life is so interesting. Come back and visit me soon, dear. Welcome to Frankton, birthplace of world's greatest CEO, Kenneth Lay. Haha. Alex looked inside the chest, found a camo jacket. I don't think I have access to them. Oh, there you go. You have to hit the start button. He wants it that way. If you don't know, Alex's weapons are records, so that's why it says single. He found it in the 99-cent bin. It sucks. Well, now you know why it was in the 99-cent bin. That's also bringing back a flashback. Sadly, these flashbacks are actually pushing me closer to 1999. You kinda need to stop that. Should you be in school, young man? Well, he would be in school, but he found that it got in the way of his education, so he stopped going. Okay, we can use this to get around there. Looked inside the chest, found a milkshake. And while you're able to hop down, you can't actually hop back up. Good to know. Let's do it. Trample the flowers. Can't examine the sign. E. Frankton. What? Is that North Frankton? It looks like an N on my screen. Hey man, you got a second? So, guessing by your physical appearance, I think it's safe to say that you're a fan of video games, right? Yeah, I am. For 5 years, I've written about video games and game culture, including the art, music, film, and fashion-inspired games and the people who play them. Mostly I write about t-shirts and jeans, but that's okay. Anyway, the point of frustration I've encountered in my trials as a writer has always been the medium that I use to publish the print. This used to rock, but now, thanks to that damn internet, it's starting to be too expensive to justify on my own. The information is so easy to track down and share. Everyone can be a publisher on the internet, or have a YouTube channel. Everyone can have a voice, which is great, but online content is hardly permanent. It's ultimately just ones and zeros, here one day and gone the next. 99 is just a different beast from 98. The internet is ruining print, and everyone can beat me to anything before I can get it out. That's why I want to create something truly special. Something that isn't about being ahead of the times, but capturing them. Something that will be a historical document in the years to come that really proves how great the 90s were for gaming. And what better way to do that than physical medium? So I'm asking you, gamer to gamer, would you please, please, please donate some money to me? With your hard-earned dollars and cents, you can help kickstart 90s Guys, that's the name of my zine, and get it in stores in the hands of geeks like yourself. So what do you say, man? Sure. Holy crap, that's great! How much do you want to donate? Donate $1 and you get a sticker. Donate $5 and you get the magazine. Donate $10 and you get a producer credit on the back of the book. Remember, each donation, regardless of size, comes with a sizable portion of my soul, and the right to hold this over my head forever in case I don't ever finish it. If it's just a small donation of any size, you can be the reason I'll lose sleep for the next 6 months. So, how much are you going to give? Eh, we'll do it. Thanks, man. Wow, I can't wait. Things are moving right along. Received a zine sticker. I don't know what that actually does, though. It comes with a part of Matt Hawkins' soul that you own until the end of time. Ooh, real quick. Hint. What do I need to do next? Okay. So they made that a little more blatant than I had expected. So I don't know if Matt Hawkins is the name of the developer. That's one of those things we're going to have to look at in the credits at the end, assuming you can reach the end. I'll examine the rest of the places as we go, because I imagine they're not going to change too much, and if they do, that sucks. An out-of-tune piano. Play out-of-tune piano, damn you. All the good channels are blocked. My mom has read all these books. I've read all these books already. Can't do anything with the computer. It's been 2 o'clock for years. We really should wind this up.
Alex, dear son of mine, please see if you can muster up the energy to walk into town and pick up some groceries. I've included a list below.
Not even home 5 minutes and she's already barking orders at me.
And what do we have upstairs? Yep, that's the bathroom. This used to be my dad's dresser. Alex spotted something. $20. A drawer with my mother's unmentionables. Gross. The latest hit, He Wants It That Way, by the Back Alley Boys is playing on the radio. The plaque reads for my little fighter, love. So she just gave those to him? I need to find batteries if I want to play. My father's record player sits on my desk playing music from a better era. Took me 7 years to earn my black belt. I don't actually know anything about martial arts to know if that's normal, slow, or what. My mom won't let me bring my games to college. Glad I'm home. Just take them when she's not looking. This hamper won't stay empty for long. So yeah, I guess the main reason for coming upstairs is to find that 20. Oh, come on, I just got home.
The needle of the record player has dropped. The sound that the world now hears will change the nature of all realities, both yours and mine.
What?
The needle of the record player has dropped. Can't you hear the music? It's everywhere.
That phone call was surely one of the strangest I've ever received. And no, I couldn't hear the music.
That doesn't even place the top 10 on my list. Oh well. Open the menu with the start button. From here you can use items to check your stance. Can't use a bike. Someone really needs to work on these roads. I came to visit your mother, but she seems to be working all sorts of odd hours. She works really hard. Be good to her. Well, she has to work so hard because she has such an ungrateful kid. Maybe she's working so much to avoid him. Alex looked inside the trash can. Slice of deep dish pizza. Oh, there we go. My parents are really into alliteration, Jamie Jamerson. Personally, I'm more into assonance. You know, like the early bird catches the worm. Can't steal a dude's lawnmower. Man, why are you bugging? Don't you know it's my day off? Well, there's one person who's not happy to see us.
A few hundred yards outside of town, I came to a junction, mulling over the strangeness of being back home. I stopped to notice a forest I'd never explored. It was dark, but somehow attractive. I made a mental note to explore it later, and took a step towards town when I heard a meow near my feet. I pictured what it would be like to be the owner, and I imagined describing him to a friend. Lonely? Nah, I don't get too lonely. Besides my mom, there's only a cat. An old cat. But a good friend to talk to. My fictional friend would reply, "You talk things over, do you?" I'd nod. Uh-huh. Been together a long time, so we can read each other's moods. I understand what makes the cat tick. The cat knows what makes me tick. Of course, I didn't know this cat at all. Never met. He was a funny-looking cat, with a funny resting face and a Salvador Dali mustache. I couldn't imagine picking out this cat to bring home from a store. I leaned down to pet him, without entirely knowing if cats like to be pet at all. His coarse hair ran through my fingers as he purred. Clearly he liked me. That was a good sign. Alex Eagleston, college graduate, friend of small animals.
Hey! Give them back to me!
Pretty rough neighborhood, and even the cats steal your crap. I blame the obedient schools. Yeah, that's too far away. Remember, folks, if it takes more than 12 steps to do, it's not worth doing. In case you're wondering, he took the grocery list. Wow. I'm starting to wonder how expensive things are if I'm getting all this money. Maybe that $10 was really nothing. Oh, it's you again. Do you by any chance bring pizza? Yes, I did. You're a lifesaver, man. Here, take this for your troubles. Receive $15. And we'll just submit the fact where we found that thing. It looks like this is a smaller place than I realized. Is there even a grocery store here? I think I might actually be forced to go after the cat just due to lack of alternative things to do. We're gonna have to make this cat pay. Factory Hotel. Sadly, it looks a lot better than some of the places you see in Chicago. So who are you and what are you doing here? Okay, the loading screen kinda needs a bit of work. So we only have 10 hit points. Hit A on the colored sections. I let loose, striking the enemy with my record. Takes a dirt nap. Yeah, who's smiling now, jerk? Rat squeaks with rage. Reduced 1 damage. Two damage. I swung my favorite record at my foe. Get him a body bag, this guy is dead. Rat bears its fangs. It's gonna take a little while to get used to that. Now I don't know if we automatically heal after battle. Attack the enemy the best I can manage. So one thing I was warned about is that the damage formula in the game is pretty bad. Sidestep the attack. And by bad I mean it's extremely inconsistent and there's... Came in swinging. Rat at the list. Received an additional 2 EXP, I don't know why. Found $1.40, some cheese, a Caesar salad. Graphic t-shirt. It's a little baggy. I'm also a little interested everything is percentage based. Follow the feeling that's still your shopping list. Good advice. Let's look inside the chest. Found an ambrosia. So does that revive you if you get knocked out? It's an elixir. Inside trash can number 1, we have $6. Inside trash can number 2, we have a hamburger and almost $3. And the third and final one is a collectible Pog and fountain soda. So is that Pog an accessory? Can we wear it on our head? Collectible Pog. So I guess that's what we'll be collecting throughout the game. If you don't know what Pogs are, those come in 2 varieties. You have a cardboard piece, and then there's a metal slammer that goes with it. I'm not too eager to fight again at the moment. Due to this being the first video, I'll show the battles, but I'll probably edit those out in future videos with the exception of the boss fights. Basically, you put the cardboard ones on the ground, you throw the metal slammer, and then you have to grab the one... you can look it up. Turkey sandwich. In case you're wondering, yes, I was alive during the 90s, so I know some of this stuff. Caution, hazardous waste, unauthorized persons keep out. Still a lot tamer than the stuff you find in Chicago. You're not supposed to be back here, you know? What? You're looking for your cat? Oh, it's not your cat. Well, be careful around here. Make sure this cat is worth it. If it wandered into that abandoned building. Operator, give me the number for 911. It's locked from the inside. In case you're wondering, yes, that's how you normally enter a building in Chicago. So I don't know if the fountain's gonna be like a tent type thing. We'll see as we go. Guess I'm not going this way. Jeez, all the drums of hazardous waste, it really is like a Chicago place. Look inside the trash can. Slice of pizza, $3. I'm a little disappointed that wasn't $3.14, but that's a topic for another time.
I stepped into the elevator, expecting to find the cat. I scanned the dark floor and found nothing. I sighed as the elevator began to shake, vibrating with motion. The elevator came to a smooth but unexpected stop. I cringed with anxiety as the lights flickered. Please don't die. Please don't die. I pleaded with the mechanical gods to keep the power on. My prayers weren't answered. Damn it! The power's out. I need to find the stairs or a fuse box.
So as you can see, Alex is a drama queen. Look inside the trash can. $5. Man, how wealthy is this place so all the people can throw away money like this? I flipped a switch, but nothing happened. Combat. Rat appears. I don't have any skills. Well, it just goes to show you that Alex is completely talentless. I went into a karate stance. But hopefully you can see I did a, was that a 4 or a 5 hit combo? And it only did 1 point of damage. Kinda wondering if this is like Mother 3, where you can have these ridiculous combos that just crush things if you know what you're doing. So you got 22 EXP there. Found cheese. And in case you're wondering, the characters vary significantly in battle. Alex plays uniquely to himself, and the other characters all have very unique things as well. During combat, you can fast forward using right trigger. You can fast forward as long as you like, but don't get cocky. Alex spotted something. Dungeon key. Looked inside the trash can, found $7. Nothing we can interact with there yet. Let's wipe that smile off his face. I don't know what came over me, but I was on fire. Critical hit. Three-hit combo, but it's only gonna do 1 damage anyway, so... So I hit the red, but apparently it only allows you to rotate 1 more time. I put them to shame. So that one gave me a lot more EXP. $5.50. No cheese, though. Would you like to use a dungeon key? Unless I have a lockpick handy. You insert the key into the lock. After hearing a faint click, the key snaps.
Hey! Who's there? Don't come any closer. I'm armed.
Relax and quiet down. It's me, Panda.
Panda? Why are you here?
No, folks, it is not sexual harassment, Panda. You're out of luck in that regard.
I came here to help you. I'm always there for you when you need me.
That's good to hear.
My primary use is as a barrier. I can block oncoming enemy attacks and create barriers between you and many other obstacles. My metal shield makes me very heavy, so you can use me to hold down switches and to clear small gaps by stepping on my head.
So, open the tools menu by holding left bumper and move the cursor to select Panda.
You can press circle to summon me. Remember to press circle again to call me back. Also remember that some weighted switches will have reverse effects if you take me off.
So, press circle to summon you and press it again to take you back? I think I get it.
I hope so, Alex. It's rather straightforward. However, since you were a liberal arts major, want me to explain this entire thing again?
Normally, I'd say yes. Alex now has access to the Panda tool. Obtain Panda. Alex spotted something. Generic water bottle. On second thought, I don't want bed bugs. Alex looked inside the trash can. It's fountain soda, and $2. Alex spotted something. Lucky rabbit's foot. So I remember one of the criticisms of the game being that they don't explain the stats at all. So right here you can see them. Strength, defense, speed, luck. Typical 20-something. He's just like you in an alternate reality. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay, that did not go how I imagined it would have gone. I wonder. Yeah. We'll come back and talk to her. So inside the trash can we have a slice of pizza and $3. She narrows her eyes and looks at the young man standing there. He is so tall. She seems to be looking for overhead. Their eyes meet. The young man smiles. His smile is meant to show me he means no harm. Through the eyes of a high-flying down bird, we take in the scene from midair. From above, we see that we are intertwining organisms. What? What are you talking about? Through the eyes of a high-flying bird, we observe the pyramid of dimensional shift. I don't understand. What's going on here? Through the eyes of a high-flying down bird, we pretend to not see the Eye of Providence. You mean that thing? The Eye of Providence, or the all-seeing Eye of God, is a symbol showing an eye, often surrounded by rays of light or glory, and usually encased by a triangle. Yeah, like on a dollar, but what does that have to do with anything?
I don't know what made me do it, but I poked the giant eye.
Really rude, dude.
The pyramid's tears seemed to power the room. What the hell is going on here?
Can't take him anywhere, I swear. What have we here? I saw someone in here. They're dangerous, that's for sure. Be on the lookout for a man with green eyes. Look, it's a man with green eyes. I've been wandering through these woods for days. I came through the window over there to find my friend, but she's nowhere to be found. I bet she followed some stupid guy here. Open the menu with the start button. From here you can use items and check your stats. He's winning the field position. Victor was mine that day. Caesar salad. And we'll save real quick. Okay, there's gonna be a bit of a cut there. Look inside the trash can, we have a fountain soda. I was looking around, I couldn't really figure out how to get up on these. To move forward, you have to go through the window. I didn't get to fully explore the place, which is why I reloaded. Because once you go through that window, I don't think you can come back here that easily. Got a hamburger. Didn't even realize there was a second window. And a third. Sergeant Salty EP. Skull appears. Does it have green eyes? Okay, this one actually has some more durability. I saw it coming. Awesome power, the skull strikes. Weak sauce. Victory was mine that day. Found cheese and a burger, but not a cheeseburger. Go figure. A shallow grave. You're too afraid to look beneath the surface. does nothing. Overall, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too impressed by the combat. Part of that may be because I played Legrand Legacy, which is a little bit better than this in terms of battle system. And oh, I remember. Yeah, you can't level up yet. That's right. In case you're wondering, it's going to be a little while before you finally get the ability to level up. It may seem really, really weird, and it is. Anyway, we're going to go through the mirror or the window now and meet Dolly. For some reason, the achievements aren't popping up on my screen, but I know I have Friend of Small Animals from coming here, and then Town Gossip for talking to everyone in town. A tiny cage for trapping small animals. The metallic object emits a foul odor. It requires a combination to open. A shovel for digging up dirt. It appears as if the earth has been disturbed recently.
Who's there? Dolly, is that you? Great, another person.
Hey, I can leave if you like.
No, please stay. I've been pretty lonely here.
Where is here, anyway?
I was hoping you'd know. I've been lost down here forever.
Did you come through the elevator too?
Elevator? I don't know what that is.
Then, where did you come from? I asked, thinking it sounded nicer than, who the hell doesn't know what an elevator is?
I came from here. Is there anywhere else? Anyway, I've been looking for my cat, Dolly. Have you seen her?
So the stupid thing was a girl? I just assumed it was a boy cat, seeing as how it had a spindly mustache. Although, now that I reflected on it, facial hair was not exclusive to male animals or male humans for that matter. Is that the cat who looks like Salvador Dali?
I don't know who that is. My cat just looks like Dolly herself, not another cat named Salvador.
She didn't know elevators. I doubted she'd know her 20th century Spanish Catalan surrealist painters all that well either. I said, right, I saw a cat earlier. He had a funny mustache and crazy eyes. Naturally, my description of her beloved feline was offensive to her. Clearly, this was a woman projecting a rather strong personality onto this cat. She took a deep breath and said quickly,
My cat has a beautiful mustache and perfect eyes. I can't imagine we're talking about the same cat.
I told her I wouldn't mind helping her find her cat. I told her we should move quickly and get out of this dank basement.
I waited for a moment as she processed what I said. She was a very difficult girl to read, especially without being able to see her face. I could tell something was wrong. She really projected her opinions and feelings into the room, even without saying them. What's wrong? I don't have to help, I just...
It's not that. It's okay, forget it.
Hey now, that's lame. You can tell me anything, no judgment here.
No judgment? Great lie. I like a good liar.
Hey, I'm serious. I didn't mean anything by that.
It's not you. That wasn't fair of me. It's just... the world has used me so unkindly, I fear it's made me suspicious of everyone. Okay. For now, I choose to trust you. But I reserve the right to decide you're just as evil as the rest of the world in the future.
Sounds like a fair deal. My name's Alex. Nice to meet you.
I'm Sammy. But please call me Sammy. I don't know why I'm trusting you. I guess I always had a special spot for gingers.
Hey, careful with that word. That is our word.
What do you mean, our word? You're weird, Alex.
Sorry, lame joke. Let's just look for the cat.
Sammy has joined the party. Open this for me, Sammy. Can't make this easy on me, can they? So she has Healing Song and Rally. Thing is, she can only afford to use one of those. Alex has Panda Barrier. Nothing else to use his stuff on, anyway. She has no weapon, no hat, no... She can wear a graphic t-shirt, I guess. Nothing for the rabbit's foot. I was kind of curious if this changed now you have Sammy with you. And the answer is no. So anyway, when you go back here, it takes you to a different spot. If you notice the eye on this poster, looked inside the chest. Fountain soda. Gold bracelet. $40. Wow. So you could definitely afford a new game with that back then. Gold bracelet gives her more hit points. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing here.
Dolly, where have you been? I'm so happy to have you back. Oh, who's a good cat? You are. You are. Oh, I should probably tell you about Dolly. Dolly is a tool, much like your stuffed panda friend. Use Dolly to fetch items and hit switches that are too far away for you to reach. Dolly can jump, so don't worry about her falling down any gaps. This will be useful, so make sure you try it. Okay, so shall we get out of here? Sorry about my house. I've been meaning to get someone in here to fix the power, but who has the time for that? I get so busy that little things like that get away from me. But that's normal, isn't it? You get used to the flaws in your own home. It's always confusing for guests. Like my mother used to have everyone take their shoes off in the kitchen. Who does that? Oh no, I've become my mother. Oh, one last thing I should warn you about. I've got a roommate. His name is Wilhelm. Well, you'll see.
Dolly can use hit switches and stun enemies. Can't open these doors, so I guess we can only take the carpet out of here. Kinda curious how Sammy fights, in case you're wondering why I picked this fight. Especially since we can't level up. Pull back and release on green. Well, she blows Alex out of the water. She kinda has a Wednesday Addams thing going on there, you know?
Cat scratch.
I am the best, seriously. Sammy got an extra +2 for dealing the death blow, I'm assuming. We found a mini tack, whatever that is. Oh, that's a new weapon. Grunge rock album. It's kinda bad. Costs us luck, though. So I'm gonna break the smiles first. So one thing I was interested about his new weapon is whether that changed the color patterns or had some sort of effect on his combat. Feel my power, lame-ass humans.
Cat scratch.
Yeah, this is a lot easier with Sammy. Usually one extra party member does make a large difference, but she just blows Alex out of the water. Looked inside the chest. Graphic t-shirt, fountain soda. So is there a difference between the graphic t-shirts, I wonder, or are they just the same? We have two of them. Maybe we can put one on Dali. Crap. It's a little awkward to aim. Not entirely sure why we have that little animation there. That's one of the more random things I've seen. Spotted something. 50 cents. Another 50 cents. So anyway, let's hop in this elevator.
I am so happy we're almost out of here. This isn't really what I expected to be doing with my day.
Well, at least we found Dali. Imagine how much worse it would have been without her.
Right. So, where do you live? I'll walk you back home, or maybe I can borrow my mom's car and drive you if it's outside of Frankton.
What do you mean? This is my home. This is where I live.
What? You live in this shithole?
That's not very nice. I'd never call your house a crap hole because I have manners. Ever heard of them, Alex?
Sorry. It's just not every day I meet a girl who lives in an old factory.
I don't see it that way. I almost feel as if the factory lives with me. As if the factory, just like Dali, is part of me.
The factory is part of you?
Wow, you're almost as dumb as you look. Of course the factory isn't part of me, that's just weird.
But do you actually live here?
Yeah, just me and Dali. But usually Dali's better about keeping me company, you know? He's not always just running off to God knows where.
I reflected on her words. A mysterious girl who lived with her cat in an old steel mill. It was obvious to me that her words didn't contain the entire truth. Something about her compelled me. Pieces of her story started to fit together in my mind. Well, at least that's what I thought at the time. I can admit now that some pieces were pure fabrication on my part. In my head, her story went something like this. Sammy was homeless. A runaway woman who was trying to escape hard times. Someone who had found refuge in her cat. Maybe the only thing left from her previous life. Somehow this felt right inside my head. But still, I could tell I was missing something. Her clothes were clean. Her breath was fresh. She was much more energetic than any homeless girl I'd ever known. Not that I'd known many. The secret to what I was missing lay in her temperament.
Is that your hobby?
Is what my hobby?
Staring off into space and screwing up your face as if to say, what's going on inside my head is really important, so just let me think.
Hey, I don't make that.
The star might have arrived.
Please don't touch me, not again. Let me be. You promised you wouldn't move me again. Please don't. Alex, don't let them take me, please.
I had known her for less than 2 hours when she vanished from my sight. Sammy was gone for good, swept away as if she'd never been there at all. A door into nothing, into a different reality, opened up and swallowed Sammy whole. At that moment, I couldn't think. I couldn't breathe. All I could do was replay the scene of her being pulled into obscurity by nothing. There 1 second and gone the next.
And we lost our only good party member. Input selection. Fountain soda, lemonade, generic water bottle. The microphone didn't record what I wanted to say here, so the main thing to take away from this is I'm just comparing the different drinks. This is pretty expensive for 40%. You can see that you're paying a little less to get the 30% from the lemonade. Generic water bottle, this is a pretty pricey 15%. Overall, I'd say the lemonade is like the best buy for the most part. The thing is, when you're in battle, you may actually need the regen from the birch beer. The other thing to keep in mind is I don't actually know how they round things because these are all percentages. Like, The generic water bottle is 15%, for example. Is that rounded up to 2? Does it stay at 1? Does the game actually track halves and I have to use another one, then I'll get 3? Or how's that work? Fountain soda is similar since that's 35%. And ultimately, I settle on getting 2 birch beers just because I may need those during a fight. So it says it loves that one, and I'm going to call it quits with that. Thank you for visiting. We want to thank you for your continued patronage. You are my favorite customer. Please come again soon. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, I left this sitting for a couple hours because there's currently a blizzard going on outside, if you didn't know. For those that are in the area, you can literally look out the window and see it. For those who are probably looking at this later on down the line, then yeah, interesting time to play this a bit. So where I left off, we hit up the vending machine. We spoke to her. Over here we have what? Spilling salt survives fallen friend. Costs 15 bucks. I don't like my friends that much. So that slice of deep dish pizza is worth 8 bucks. That's really crazy. Cheeseburger. Like, that makes the pizza completely obsolete. It's cheaper and it's more potent. For the BLT, it's technically more efficient. The one thing that sucks is right now I have 10 hit points. So I don't know if this is going to round up to 6 or if it's going to stay at 5. I don't know if this is going to round up to 5, stay at 4. So it is possible. Well, regardless, this is going to be better than the deep dish. Although it is possible, since there seem to be a lot of Earthbound references in here already, that people have preferred foods, like how poo heals up a lot more off of, what was it, the brain food lunch, I think?
The calm night wind of springtime seemed to contrast the inner workings of my brain.
And this is
I
also...
was moving on autopilot back towards my home. I felt as if I'd seen something that wasn't meant to be seen. As if the curtain had lifted on reality and exposed the man upstairs. Like I just found out Santa wasn't real.
Santa's not
Couldn't
real?
yet put into words what I now understood. Something had changed inside of me. Pulsating through my veins was the energetic charge of irrevocable loss, all for a woman I didn't know. This feeling wasn't pure. It was cut with something I couldn't put my finger on at the time. I believe now that it was a profound sense that I had discovered something. Only problem was this something wasn't meant to be seen. In that moment, I was a child finding a magazine meant only for an adult's eyes.
Okay, he rambles a lot.
I was both intrigued and repulsed, confused by the images spinning inside my head.
So anyway, they say vacancy, so over here this even makes it look like it's meant to be a hotel. Are we able to get back in this way? There was still a lot of loot I didn't get in that one area. I don't even know if I'm able to go back. Part of me suspects we're supposed to come back once we have new items slash skills slash tools, or we're going to call them. Anyway, we better go shopping. That's what we came out here for in the first place, if you don't remember. Where is the store? Okay, they just want me to go home. Should I look over here yet? Aha. Yeah, as pricey as those healing items are, I guess that's not actually that much money. So our buddy from the zines took off. He's probably skipped town with our $10 by now. Alex knows something sticking out of a book. Found a collectible pog. Now that I think about it, I didn't explore over here. Mom really needs to go food shopping. Mom always kept the kitchen clean. 2 pieces of bread lie mysteriously untoasted in the toaster. The table is set for 6. It's been a while since we've eaten as a family. Let's go peek upstairs, see if anything's there, and then we'll reflect. Although, as whiny as this guy is, I'm not looking forward to that. Real quick, what's on the radio? Still the back alley boys.
When I arrived home, tired, confused, and out of breath, I tossed my things on the floor and made my way to the couch. My mother still wasn't home yet. I wasn't surprised. She often worked late right before her company released a new product. My mother, a 49-year-old, short, red-headed woman, was an information systems programmer analyst for Pacific Chime, the West Coast's leading telecommunications provider. Her job, ironically located on the East Coast, worked her harder in 1 year than most jobs work people in a decade. This job paid well. Without it, my sister and I would have never gotten through college. I left school debt-free thanks to the back-breaking mental labor of my mother.
You have mail.
I'm sure that was nothing. What will you do? Kale mail. Alex, I found this creepy shit and I think you need to check it out. Apparently, the videos from your area. Be warned, it's crazy.
There was a moment of apathy where I almost didn't click the link. The last thing he sent me that was allegedly scary turned out to be a picture of 2 elephants locked in the throes of passion. I sighed and clicked the link. The file was 2.9 megabytes.
That takes a while to download.
In the dark room, the monitor was hurting my eyes. I rubbed them and waited for the file to load. I thought of all the things it could be. More animal porn, human porn, cartoon porn. You could never really guess with this guy. But it was most certainly going to be pornographic. Maybe a girl from my high school was now into adult videos and was doing some particularly unladylike things. While the video loaded, I thought of all the girls I had gone to school with who might be involved in such activities. All the girls that came to mind neither had the looks nor the motivation to seek out an adult filmmaker. I gave up. I'd just have to wait for it to finish downloading. When the file had finished downloading, I waited with fading patience for my computer to open it in QuickTime.
That's what people used to view videos back then.
Finally, it was loaded.
I always hated that program. Girl gets on an elevator and some weird shit happens. Anyone know details? I just saw this on IRC. Click here for EG video. I grabbed from screenshots the best part. Let's scroll down. That could be anyone. Holy shit, which IRC was this one? It was on Anonymous 10 minutes before I posted it. Still trying to find an origin. Watched it a few times, and I guess I'll be the first guy to ask, what the fuck is outside the door? What the fuck is wrong with her eyes? Just what the fuck? Anyone know if this is real? Is it from a movie? Can't find or deny it's from a movie, but if it is, it's probably Japanese or something. However, I think the frame rate, stationary camera, and unattractive woman makes me think it's at least homemade. I don't know if I'd call her ugly. Anyone find a name yet? Anyone notice that there appears to be frames missing? Watch the timeline. You'll see a skip of 1A. I'll spare you all those numbers. Anyone else have a hard time viewing the video? Did you download it? There are 9 replies, and yet no one's drawing attention to the fucking star monsters in the corner of the frame? Serious, guys, what the fuck is this from? From a security camera, obviously. I need to get some sleep before I do anything else. I couldn't read the last of them. Get back on there, man. Go on the kale mill. Let me read it. There's no way this is real. Simply no way. I don't know. I kind of want it to be real. LOL. The truth is out there. I too want to believe. This world can be a lonely place. Sometimes we have to pretend to be people we aren't just to convince others to keep us company. I think that's tragic, but it's the reality of being a subnormal human. For some, our thoughts can be weird and divisive. There are things we know to be truth that others will never be able to see as fact. There are only so many times people can laugh at you for searching JFK assassination every night, before you start to feel like a pervert for having interest in the unexplained. When I met Veriformer in IRC, I had a blast, discussing the afterlife, ghosts, and other conspiracies. I finally felt like myself. I was me, and I was proud of who I was and the things that interested me. But still, I couldn't be honest with my friends about what I searched for online. That night, Veriformer and I decided to start coding Onism 1999. I think it's supposed to be Onism, it could be Onism, I'm not sure. Glad to finally have a place for us weirdos to hang out. I am Veriformer, co-founder of Onism 1999. Onism is a group that was founded to discuss things that you aren't allowed to discuss in public. The topic that made your hairs crawl in the back of your neck. The discussions that make you feel like there is an ethereal presence just beyond the periphery of your vision. Conspiracies, the occult, and the supernatural. We are the ones who think the thoughts that society doesn't want us to think. Together we'll surf the astral waves, discover the hidden meanings of life. I'm happy you decided to take this journey. Your life will never be the same, and I assume that typo is intentional. Well, it's not a typo, it's a misspelling. Ghost in the floppy disk. Finally got a CDR last week. Believe it or not, those were not that common back then. When I put it in, I couldn't figure out how to fit it in without taking out the A drive. So I took that out. Only problem, by the way, if you don't know, an A drive is the floppy disk drive. If you don't know what a floppy disk is, I give up. So I took that out. Only problem is last night I wanted to play Doom, and I had it installed for Roller Coaster Tycoon. Didn't want to uninstall that because it took so long to install in the first place. So I was driving outside when I see an abandoned computer on the side of the road. So I take it, I open it up, not bad specs, 24 megabytes of memory, which is good space. Actually, that would have been a good space a few years earlier. 1999 is when we started to hit gigabytes, if I remember. 300 megabyte hard disk. Okay, the 24 is the RAM, and then the 300 is the hard drive. And a video card that I couldn't quite figure out what it was. So I'd opened it up to figure out the specs, so I decided to stick the floppy drive. So I got it all set up. I find my Doom floppy and insert it, and the strangest fucking thing happens. I shit you not, blood, dark, and shining comes pouring out from the bottom of the computer. I started screaming. My parents came in and they started looking at me like I'm crazy. I eventually calmed down and explained to them what happened. They told me I had to stop lying. They took my computer away for a week, so I was pretty depressed. When I went back into the room, set the desk and pretended to be playing on it, I noticed the trash can. So I walked over to it, and look at what I found. Look at all that blood. It was removed by mods. Dude, that is so gross. No one wants to see that shit. Not even funny, but got to see tampons which were in his sister 10 out of 10. How are you posting this if they took your computer away? My virgin eyes, I'll never forgive you. Luld. Weird game a QT brothers made. I've been seeing this girl. She isn't my girlfriend yet, but I'm working on it. She's cool, but her family is really weird. They don't really talk when I go over to her house. Her brother has something wrong with him. Some form of autism, I guess. She tells me her brother is really into making computer games. Said that was cool, try not to come off really impressed, although I was. Apparently he wants to make a game that feels like the game itself is possessed by a spirit. Didn't really know what that meant. A few months go by, still not much like with a girl, but enjoying her platonic company. So on Wednesday, the girl invites me over to play the game, and we boot it up on his computer. The game runs from DOS. Graphics are shit, but there was something there. Something that cut really deep. In the game, nobody else knows that your character's under a curse except for him. The game opens with bold white text on the screen, "You have been cursed." The curse is super weird because you wouldn't expect it to really be that big of a deal. Whenever you go to pick up a phone in the game, you hear the screaming hiss in your ear. It's really cool. The kid had set it up so it only came off of one speaker. It felt really realistic. Everyone in the town is afraid of your uncle because they all know he haunted by a rambunctious ghost. When you get into a fight with your uncle who's raising you, the ghost comes out and curses to you. Your character's rival is trying to stop a mer-person who wants to end an old feud with the town's mayor. You know the only way to break the curse is for the ghost to move over to the mer-person. Only thing is, your rival will likely kill him before you can get to him. Every time you try and leave your home to continue the quest, people keep calling you on your telephone, and you can't hear what they're saying because they're just screaming that hiss at you. And this is where it gets really interesting. Ordinary people can't know that your character had a giant... Ordinary people can't know that your character had a child with a giant dragon hunter. I read that correctly the first time, I'm afraid. Only a select few know that your character can sense spirits. Eventually the town starts to suspect that your character is having an affair with an ethereal being, and things get really crazy. I finished playing the game, it was about 35 minutes long, and I realized I'd broken out in a cold sweat. I haven't been able to stop thinking about the game. So anyway, I go home and I plan on calling the girl later that night, but when I go to pick up my phone, I swear I hear that hiss. It's really faint, but my heart starts racing, and I can't call her. Just couldn't bring myself to do it. Now every time I hear the phone ring, I panic. Of course I know the game wasn't possessed or anything like that, but the anxiety it created was real. I'm going to try and call her soon, see if he's cool with me putting it up on the site. I think you guys would really like it. Game sounds cool, I hope you post it soon. Keep us updated, starting to get any actions, Veriformer. Pretty spooked. Has the hissing gone away? Yeah, hissing went away. I called her, she said she'd ask her brother. I'll update you guys if she ever gets back to us. I'm gonna do one more and then we'll worry about these on a different video. Strange behavior by my roommate. I think my roommate might be possessed. Like seriously, I come home and I find him kicking my cat. My beautiful, wonderful, perfect cat. So I asked him what in the name of all that was holy is wrong with him, and he just starts screaming at me. Words I couldn't understand. I think it was Latin. As far as I know, he doesn't speak Latin. So what do you guys think? How likely is it that he's possessed by Satan? Is that all he did? Scream in Latin and kick your cat? Fucked up, but not really any sign of possession. Did his head spin, or did he vomit up any weird juices? He has been really late on his... He has been really late on his rent lately, and he's built this weird altar in his closet to the almighty US dollar. He became very depressed because his coworkers all died in a tragic freak accident. That may or may not have been his fault. I think he murdered them all. That's the type of stuff I'd expect to read on the internet nowadays. The fuck? What kind of freak accident? I worked in a lab doing research, and then some seal or something broke and everyone died except for him. It was traumatizing. I think the trauma from the event caused his soul to become broken, so he could have his soul entered by the devil. Thoughts, guys? So I was under the impression that this is supposed to be where you get your side quests, although some of these are just kind of weird. And by some, I mean, yeah, all of them. Let's pick up the phone. So real quick, how long did I leave this running? Okay, I don't know. It's been a few hours since I came back to this. Oh well. Good night, guys.
So, is this what a college graduate does? Spend hundreds of thousands of his mother's hard-earned money to lounge around all day?
Pretty much.
It's already 2 p.m. Don't you think you should be getting out of bed?
Nope.
Just, can you keep it down, please? I had a rough night. Can't get that video out of my head.
Alex, can I ask you a serious question?
Do you have to? It's too early for serious questions.
That doesn't work with me. I'm not your mommy. I don't let you get away with letting things slide.
Okay, fine. What is it then?
Why didn't you go back and look for her after she vanished from the elevator? Why did you run straight home?
If you had seen her being pulled out of the elevator, you'd have known she was gone for good, too. Besides, it's...
You're forgetting that I was there. I saw it too, and I get it. You're scared, right? So you ran home. I understand. But maybe when you've mustered up some courage, you can put on your big boy pants and see if you can find her.
Yeah, maybe.
Now get yourself out of bed. shower. It smelled terrible.
I knew he was right. I couldn't let myself live with the guilt of not going back to look for her. Why did I run away? Why did I just stand there and let her get pulled into what? What exactly had she been pulled into? Just the thought of going back to the factory made my stomach tighten. But if I didn't go back, I knew I'd never be able to live with myself. I think there was a part of me that didn't believe what my eyes had seen. That I was missing something. Some vital piece of information that slipped my mind. The whole thing could be explained logically.
We are inside a room. We can tell from the decorations on the wall that it is a female's room. The unremarkable but adequate lighting reveals to us that there is someone in the room, although who is not yet clear to us or the others in the room. The expressionless decor and bedding show uninteresting taste. Although there are the staples of a bedroom, there is something inhuman about the layout and decorations. We get the impression that the room is a parody of a human woman's room. With a quick survey of the interior, our eyes come to rest on a figure unconsciously placed inside the bed. We know from her plastic finish that she is both unconscious from a lack of humanity inside of her vessel and unconscious from a lack of power going to her circuits. The low electric hum of the room detracts from the music playing at a low level from a record player in the corner of the room. As we observe the motionless figure, we gradually come to sense that she isn't well, that she is broken in some way. We feel compelled to refer to the figure in the bed as a woman. However, her exposed circuitry holds our words. We bring the camera closer to her face and ponder what she is. Her face is lined with the most profound solemnance. We confer with each other and come to an agreement.
Okay, so let's review. You met a girl in an old factory and she vanishes within an hour of you meeting her. Now, with a new sense of bravery, you're running off to the last location you saw her to try and track her down.
Exactly.
Sounds good to me. I like this Alex with a sense of purpose. Now, if only you could get out of bed before 2 p.m.
I haven't called attention to this yet, but if you ever look at his shirt during the scenes, that's a reference to Two Brothers, the dev's previous and horribly broken game.
I've had this song stuck in my head. It just won't go away. Did you ever get that? I think they call it an earworm or whatever. But this isn't really the catchy kind of song. This is that sort of thing. It's pretty good, but some of the lyrics are a bit weird. How do they go again?
I think you have the wrong number.
Oh, sorry.
I was thinking the first chapter would have ended right there. Oh well. So we need to break those rocks to get through here. Something is strange about this rock. The fact that it's actually identical to the rocks next to it, perhaps? No chest over there. Oh well. Can't wait. Things are moving right along. I was thinking he was gonna keep hitting us up, but I guess not. Use that to stop traffic. Uh-oh. We may need him after all. You do not see me. Damn it.
Alex? You grew a beard!
As the young man got closer, my bewilderment grew. His name was Michael. He was a good kid, a bit younger than me, usually worth a laugh or two. My hand covered my eyes to block the sunlight to see him better. I thought back to the last time I had seen him. For some reason, I couldn't place any memories of him since before high school, but I knew I must have seen him since then.
College makes you into a man.
Makes you into something.
What have you been up to?
Just took the SATs. That's about it.
Sounds intense. How do you think you did?
I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. But then I realized how uncomfortable it was to sit at the edge of my seat, so I sat normally.
What?
Just a little joke. Anyway, you look good. Well, maybe a few pounds heavier. Guessing you didn't major in exercise science.
Har har, very funny. Liberal arts.
Great. What do you do with that?
Do you want fries with that?
Have any fun plans for the summer?
Nothing really. Just got back yesterday. I already spent the day chasing a cat and exploring that old factory by the water tower.
Oh wow, that sounds awesome. Hey, have you ever heard of urban exploration? There's this great website called www.onism1999.com. I think you'd really get a kick out of it.
Okay, we know it's onism now.
These guys break into old buildings and take photos. Usually the places they explore have some sort of urban legend behind them or a ghost story. Most of the stuff is legit and pretty damn creepy.
Did you say Onism 1999? Someone sent me a video from there yesterday. What else do you know about that site?
It's like a conspiracy theory support group. People from all over the world post about political conspiracies, local myths, stuff like that. You don't look so good, dude. Everything okay?
It's something from that page. It's been screwing with my brain.
What exactly did you see on there that has you so freaked out?
I don't know if you saw it or not. It was the one with the girl in the elevator, the one who gets lifted off the ground.
That was supposed to be filmed locally. I couldn't bring myself to watch it, but all those sick bastards made the gif of her being thrown around like a rag doll. Poor girl. After that went up, everyone on the forum started acting strange, like a sort of darkness had come over the website. It was the first time something like that had been posted that people weren't immediately calling a fake. Something about the look of horror in her face. There's a sick part of people that want it to be real, you know?
Yeah. Michael, when I first got to town and I saw that,
There was part of me that wanted to tell Michael everything. To get it all out in the open. But I couldn't bring myself to say it. There was something that felt personal, almost intimate about my meeting with Sammy. Like, in that moment of her disappearance, we were linked. And it was for my eyes only. Her memory was for my thoughts only. But I needed to talk to someone about the situation. So I proceeded with caution.
I went all over that factory yesterday. And I swear, the elevator in there was the same one as in the video. I know that sounds weird, but I really think that video was filmed there.
Really? Okay, let's check it out then.
What? Really? You want to go?
Yeah, why not? Do you mind if we run to the camera shop in Frankton really quick? I was getting my camera repaired. If we go in, I'm gonna want to take pictures. Photos would be like gold on Onism.
Yeah, sure. Let's just go quick.
That building isn't going anywhere anyway. Besides, the whole thing is probably a hoax. I checked the paper this morning and there wasn't a mention of a missing Frankton girl.
Yeah, okay. Let's just not let anyone beat us to the punch.
So now we have Michael. Give him the graphic tee. Disposable camera, a cardboard camera for tourists. He probably has skills, but I'm not worried about those at the moment.
No way! They opened up an arcade in Frankton? That's awesome! Wow! How long has this been here?
They opened it about 3 weeks ago. I still haven't gone in. I've been waiting until they fixed my camera so I could get some great photos of the place. I hear they have a bunch of import games.
Import games? From where?
In Japan, mostly.
Aren't, like, all games made in Japan?
Well, at least the good ones are. Although there are some good RTSs on PC I've been playing lately, and I'm pretty sure those are made in the US.
Yeah? I never got into those kind of games myself. Always been more of an RPG guy.
RPG games are seriously the best! Chrono Trigger, Lufia 2, Secret of Mana! Those games are like the holy grail of my youth! I seriously don't think I'd be the person I am today if it wasn't for them.
Ever played Two Brothers?
The shirt.
That's a sort of ARPG, although its focus really isn't on combat.
Two Brothers? Nope. That's a terrible name for a game, though.
How about Chromophore?
Sounds like a diner or a pizza place. Those guys really should work on their naming conventions.
Anyway, let's hit up the arcade really quick after we get your camera, and then head over to the factory. I just want to step in to smell that combination of grease and BO.
No.
Yeah, let's do that then. Really? Grease and BO, dude?
What do you want? I want nothing from you vampire weirdos. Really nice. Someday you too will know the taste of unquenchable sadness. Can't get anything out of the garbage can there. They have a lot of phones. Have you seen my husband? Please, if you see him, let him know he is really going to catch for abandoning me like this. I've been staying here all morning looking at the babe across the street. Think she's single? I don't know who he's talking about. Do you know the way to Manson and Berkovich Esquire? Aunt Cheryl is Daddy's Monica Lewinsky. Shh, it's a secret. So, to go on a serious note here, for those of you that are watching this, do you need me to actually explain some of these things? Because I hope the Monica Lewinsky thing is well enough known that I don't have to go into detail. In a bad spot in life and desperately need some quick cash? I'm the guy who will rip you off and offer you way too little for your worldly goods. Oh, that's not you? I'd be glad to sell you that guy's stuff. Ka-ching! What can I do for you? Please, come in. Brown paper bag. It's a hat. Gives you 2 defense. Costs $7. The eye holes that you cut into it don't quite line up with your eyes. I will take 2. Thing is, this early in the game, we're not taking that much damage. But at the very least, no one in town will recognize us. Can nobody park in this godforsaken town? Fran's husband is always going away on business. I'm starting to suspect something. Ever since I heard the new Back Alley Boys track, everything else sounds lame. What do you think a 12-year-old girl would like more? The Back Alley Boys are 126 degrees. Welcome. So, we both have these already. I want it, but I cannot afford it. You wouldn't understand. Huh? People weren't that melodramatic back then. Michael, I have your camera right here. Thanks. Received an X87 digital camera. Strength +1. Entry-level digital camera. I'm not stealing. Go away, hipster scum. Welcome. I don't know if you looked at how much his stuff costs. Damn. I wasn't paying attention to see how much the records cost. I have to admit, this town is freaking huge. Stupid necktie. Never grow up, young man. Never. It's great having someone who looks just like you. You can blame things on them. He does all the work of finding the girls, too. Sometimes I wish I could have my own face. I often wonder if God got lazy. If you're interested, meet me up at the park at night. Pharmaceutical rep. Isn't he so romantic? He wrote that just for me. Did my heart love till now, for swear its sight, for I never saw true beauty till this night. My grandson asked my advice on some romantic things to say to his new girlfriend. One ungrateful brat, two ungrateful brats. Wait, where's number 3? Hope my sister comes back. Hope my sister never comes back. That way I get my own room. Can't shove those over, regrettably. So I wonder if that was going to show me something important. Looks like that is not the case. Not hiding anything behind the signs. Ever since they introduced HMOs, it's been easier to get medical treatment. But even still, we can't afford my husband's medication. Damn insurance companies. Hope one day someone can fix this. Probably next year. It's 1999, and there's no way 2000 will have the same problems. 20 years later. There's a nice young man who sells my Dinapezil. I really need it, but I think the crowds are scaring him away. Again! No matter how many times she goes down the slide, she never gets tired. I stopped looking at the stream for just 1 minute and my wife disappeared. Should have stopped 20 years ago. You free later? I think my brother would really like you. Sports! So I kind of wonder if that's a Philip DeFranco reference. Please, come in. So yeah, this is better than the thing from the pawn shop. We'll get 1. I don't like Michael that much. Oh, that gives you speed too. wonder if he knows. Oh god, I hope she doesn't know. Does walking to the burger joint count as cardio? I asked for a salad, but the cook says he doesn't serve rabbit food here. Hey Alex, how's your mom doing? Get out of here. I'll bring it to you when it's ready. Hey Alex, can you see the ketchup on my tie? No? Good. So that's why people wear red ties. Welcome to Burger Joint. Name brand water bottle, 15%. Exactly the same, it makes you feel better about yourself. Yeah. Yeah. He'll be back. There are no good guys in Frankton. I'm never going to get married. I'll be alone forever. Oh, I don't think about you that way. Let's just be friends, okay? Alex looked inside the chest. 2 lemonade. Now there's something else back here. 2 cheeseburgers. Can't get behind the sports place. How many times is it supposed to look both ways? I didn't get the toy I wanted with my meal. Suck, kid. Are they supposed to bring me a check or do I pay up there? Brick oven pizza is the best. Don't you agree, Alex? If I could just withdraw another $189,000, I could buy this establishment. But the ATM only lets me withdraw $100 at a time. Welcome to Pizza Pasta. I also like how her name is underpaid employee. Is that Vela?
Yes! This place is the bomb! Wow! This is a lot better than I expected! There's so many beat arcades around.
Does that girl live in Frankton? I don't think I've ever seen her before.
I don't know. She's ancient anyway. What do you think she is, 26?
Hey now, that's really not that much older than me, dude.
Whatever. You're ancient too.
Let's come back here later. We should get to the factory.
Pew pew pew. Leave me alone or I'll mess up. That girl behind the change counter is really cute. I wonder if she'd give me any free tickets. My friend keeps looking over at my screen. It won't matter in the end. It's pretty much how I feel exactly, kid. Do you need change? No, I see. So what do you want? Just to talk? I'm too tired to talk. I work here 10 hours a day. Go find someone else who cares. Going for the high score. Saw money on the floor here, but there it is. Spotted something. Found $1. Factory Hotel. Here we go. Let's fight. I probably should try to approach one from behind, see if that gives you an advantage or not. Looks like we're only allowed a certain number of misses. What?
That hurt!
There goes a quarter of his hit points. So I'm gonna defend because I want more practice with Michael's attack. What the hell? Chocolate bar. So I'm kind of wondering, did anything change here overnight? Yeah, it's looking to be the same old place. Anyway, let's go back inside. I wonder if we have to redo all the puzzles or how that's going to work. Okay, that's boarded up. What will you do? Go to the next floor, of course. Okay, let's try using Dolly here. I guess they're just there for decoration. Anyway, let's try to hide behind this, maybe he won't see us.
We saw something we never could have imagined. A being made of stars.
A Starman.
The entire galaxy, no, the universe maybe, compressed into the silhouette of one entity. It hadn't noticed us at first. We were as insignificant to him as the trillions of stars at its core. But when provoked, it came after us. Like we were the most sought-after thing in the universe. I'd been scared before. Everyone has, but those past memories of fright were nothing compared to what we had just experienced. As if a black hole incarnate had come to exist and it wanted us gone. As if consuming us was its only purpose. I couldn't say why I felt that way at the time, but I had known it was true. And with all this in mind, Sammy's vanishing was starting to feel like the least supernatural thing I would experience.
You're actually supposed to win this one? Well, I have to admit, this is unique. Alex runs away. Freedom! Alex spotted something. 5 holy water, 5 ambrosia. Oh, crud. Okay, if that's what it's going to be like, the whole invasion system's gonna, or the whole fleeing system's gonna really suck. What will you do?
What the hell was that? What the hell is going on? Well, what just happened? What? Can you even believe what just happened?
Their expressions aren't really that good.
Oh man, dude! We need to get your photos developed! Developed? This thing is digital, baby! So what now? Do we just leave? I'm gonna go with yes!